Hi, good afternoon. My name is Mick Houston. I'm the owner here at Jack's Firehouse, and I am pleased and honored to have with me the Fire Commissioner, Lloyd Ayers, here to talk about grilling safety, especially as we're walking into Memorial Day weekend. Fire Commissioner, it's great to have you here. As always, thanks for coming back to Jack's Firehouse to help share some of our grilling tips for the community.
Well, it's great to be here, Mick. Thank you very much for having us here today. We appreciate the fact that we have all these marvelous props from Lloyd to help us out. And I have my hats off to the citizens because they did a great job last year with preventing fires. But today we want to talk about grilling safety. We're going into the summer season. Memorial Day is right around the corner. And we want to talk about this propane tank right here.
This is something that so many people all across the region are going to be using. And we want to make sure they know what they're using and how to use it properly.
Absolutely. This new model, which was put out in 2002, has a three-pronged handle. We want to make sure that you have that three-pronged handle because then you have the overfill protection device that you need to ensure that your tank meets the National Fire Protection Association safety standards. If you don't have it, you risk danger of having an explosion of this type. These types of explosions kill people every year. We want to make sure that Philadelphians stay safe. So make sure that you use the device with the overfill prevention device.
Excellent. And suppose you find an old type of model in say, your grandmother's garage or something like that. What do you do with that? Do you take it back to Lowe's? Where should we go?
You turn it back in immediately. If you take that device, that tank back to that vendor, they will give you the new tank immediately. They'll trade it out for you. It won't cost you a thing.
Excellent. Let's talk about charcoal grilling a little bit here with our starter down over here, because a lot of people be using gas. Us here at Jack's Firehouse, we like the charcoal. We like old school grilling, and this is how we get all of our charcoal going here at the firehouse. This is a chimney starter. No lighter fluid necessary. You simply put the charcoal on the top of this, a piece of paper, light the paper in the bottom, and it very comfortably, carefully, and safely sets up your charcoal. You'll then just pour the charcoal out of that into your grill, place a little more charcoal on top of that, and that's a great way to be safe grilling in the summertime.
Well, it's new to me, Mick, because I was brought up with lighter fluid as far as charcoal lighter fluid. We know that charcoal lighter fluid, when you use it properly, it'll start the charcoals as well. May not be as tasty as yours, but we were brought up with that, and we want to be careful. Never use any other fuel. You only use charcoal lighter fluid with the briquettes.
So I'm not going to splash a little gasoline over my briquettes.
No, never gas, never any other fluid except for charcoal lighter fluid.
And we always want to have our fire extinguisher around when we're grilling.
Absolutely. You want to make sure that you have a fire extinguisher just in case a fire breaks out. And you always want to call 911 anyway. You can use the extinguisher, but you want to call 911.
Be safe. Be safe.
All right. Now, whether you're using propane or charcoal, these come in very handy.
They do indeed. You can't do too much grilling without those.
That's right. You get a lot of protection there. Long handle utensils. When you use them, you get a chance to get closer to the fire so that you can turn your meats, vegetables, and fish without being burned. Like I have short sleeves on now. I have a risk of burns if I was using shorter utensils, right?
That's right.
Okay.
That's also brings up a good point that we never want to be wearing loose-fitting clothing around a grill while you're grilling in the summertime. Ladies, be careful of the long flowing summer dresses. Gents don't have any long sleeves on that are flopping down over the grill. I see that time and time again where that is one of the most dangerous things you end up with around a grill fire.
This is handy as well.
Yes, it is.
If you have to handle anything that's hot or metal, you can always use that mitt and use it. It protects your hands so you won't have a burn injury. So that's very important, being safe.
The fire commissioner puts on a mitt and says it's okay to use, you can be sure it's okay to use.
Hey, one other thing about the propane. What about making that connection?
Connection. Very important when you start out.
All right.
What's a good way to double check on that?
Well, the best way to double check is when you connect your hose, you make sure that you hand tighten it. And once you hand tighten that hose and you have all of your connections made, you want to use soapy water. And when you turn the device on and that propane is flowing, you touch around the valve, around any type of connection where that hose connects to the grill, and you look for bubbles.
So the soapy water will create the bubbles.
Exactly. You'll get those
tell
bubbles.
You that your connection's not tight.
Yes, indeed.
I
And
see.
for the charcoal, a few spritzes when it gets too hot will always take care of those flare-ups,
You
right?
have those flames over the burgers, you have the flames coming around, if the heat's too hot, don't put your hands in it, don't close the top, spritz of water, it'll get you in a safe position where we're not calling the Philadelphia Fire Department
That's
for
right.
some kind of emergency.
Otherwise, this and burnt lunch, right?
Well, is there anything else we want to touch base on back here?
Well,
or we cover all the bases?
Some of the rules. We have hundreds of thousands of people that's going to be out enjoying themselves this holiday weekend. We want to make sure that they follow simple safety rules. All of these things that we talked about, that's adult duty. We don't want to have children, even supervised children, doing any of the connecting, any of the lighting, any of that. It's an adult job. We want adults to do the cooking. We want adults to do all of these types of setup. Very important. Also, we want folks to understand that in Philadelphia, you have 1 and 2 family homes where you can have on your porch or balcony a charcoal grill or a propane grill. If you live in an apartment building and you have your regular balconies, they are not allowed in the city of Philadelphia to cook with charcoal or with propane. So we want to make sure that people
those
understand
folks
that.
need to come down to Jack's Firehouse if they want some real food, obviously.
Absolutely. Well, one thing for sure, you have plenty of park systems throughout this entire city where people will be having a lot of fun. So we want to make sure that people stay safe. So we're opening up the season. We're going to have a wonderful time. The food is scrumptious here, no doubt. But everybody have a great time, enjoy themselves, and stay safe.
Fire Commissioner, it's great having you out as always. I love the fact that the dress blues are put away for the weekend.
Absolutely.
You got the casual look ready to go.
The hat's off. I'm ready to barbecue.
Let's hope that everybody in Philadelphia stays nice and safe and we don't have too many calls over the weekend.